24 hours a day, 365 days a year, China is conniving. They take our tech with spies and our lives with drugs and viruses. So why is the government letting tens of thousands of mysterious Chinese nationals sneak through the border? Tonight, a bombshell book by Peter Schweizer, Blood Money, explains everything. We knew the Chinese paid the Biden family millions. Tonight, we're learning more about where the money's coming from. The Chinese chairman who was showering the Bidens with cash and diamonds was working with a man known as White Wolf. He was the leader of a Chinese syndicate called the United Bamboo Gang. The White Wolf was partners with the Sinaloa cartel in Mexico. The Wolf helped turn that cartel into the world's largest fentanyl traffickers. The White Wolf was close with the Chinese government, and the Chinese government sees Mexico as a borrowed knife to slit our throats. So Chinese gang leaders tied to the Sinaloa were paying the president's family. And that same president made the same cartel filthy rich. It's interesting. Schweizer's book also exposes Gavin Newsom's China connections. Back when Newsom was mayor, he was rolling with a Chinatown gangster known as Shrimp Boy. Who's Shrimp Boy?
In September 1977, Chow, then 17, survived a shootout known as the Golden Dragon Massacre in a restaurant with rival gang members. 5 people were killed. The self-described son of the underworld says his life of crime started when he was 8 years old in Hong Kong, where he was born. He says it continued when he immigrated to San Francisco when he was 16.
I sold drugs, I robbed people. From the little hustler, I become the bigger hustler. That's it.
Even with that rap sheet, Newsom sent Shrimp Boy's organization San Francisco tax dollars. Shrimp Boy was rubbing elbows with California's political elite, like Dianne Feinstein, who had a Chinese spy driving her around for 20 years. Shrimp Boy told Newsom he was squeaky clean, but a couple years, he got popped.
He became the leader, the so-called dragon head of Jigongtong, a Chinese fraternal association in Chinatown in 2006. The most serious charge against Chow was murder. In court this month, he was convicted of being involved in the 2006 killing of another Chinatown leader, Alan Leong.
I'm innocent. I did not kill nobody. I did not tell anybody, talk about anybody to kill anybody.
After Shrimp Boy got locked up, Newsom told the press, quote, "Boy, I really wish I didn't have that picture." This is just the tip of the iceberg. Blood money, why the powerful turn a blind eye while China kills Americans, dives deep into our politicians' filthy relationships with the Chi-Coms. Peter Schweizer is the author of that book. He joins us now. Peter, before we get to Newsom, tell me about this wolf that was related to these cash payments to the Biden family.
Yeah, White Wolf is this very powerful figure. He is pro-CCP. He works with the Chinese government, but he's the head of UBG, this gang. And this gang is widely recognized as the organization that made the Sinaloa cartel the kings of fentanyl. They told them how to make it. They helped them get pill presses. They helped provide communication devices. So the Chinese helped the Mexican cartel so they could communicate securely without the Americans knowing. And they also helped them launder their money. He was partners with this individual, the head of CEFC, who sent $5 million to the Bidens. So the question, Jesse, is does Joe Biden really want to have a conversation about Chinese involvement with fentanyl? I think we all know the answer is no, based on this evidence. It also, though, goes to the Biden family attorney, Abby Lowell, who has legally represented another guy who's the head of a criminal syndicate that is also involved in the drug trade. So there are a myriad of relationships in Biden world with Chinese organized crime connected figures.
And now we have an organized crime situation in San Francisco. It's like anytime you hear anything about San Francisco, whether it's Swalwell, Feinstein, now Newsom, I mean, the Chinese have that town pretty much wired. What's going on there?
They do, but you have the same problem with Chinese organized crime. I mean, in Red Handed, you and I talked about that book. We talked about the CCP connections in the United States. Now it's even worse because it includes criminal elements. So in the case of Gavin Newsom, consider this. He appointed as the head of redevelopment in Chinatown when he was mayor a figure who was a dragonhead in Chinese organized crime involved in the drug trade. He had a guy in his transition team that was involved. When he set up China SF, he picked a organized crime figure to partner with him on that. He is surrounded by people that have these ties.
Maybe that's why he had such a great time when he visited Beijing. I mean, it was just, he was amongst friends. That's how it goes. Peter, great book. We have it right here. We got Blood Money, another Peter Schweizer blockbuster. I'm reading this. I got to finish the Dr. Phil book. Why am I promoting all these books when we have Get It Together about to come out? Well, we'll promote it later. Peter, thank you so much.
Thanks, Jim.
Well, the FBI and white women, what you need to know.